I am excited to hear everyone's stories, and I'm hoping to learn whatever they're willing to teach me.
A greater appreciation of the different kinds of wisdom and expression that there is in all walks of life, all different communities.
The young people nowadays, I think, are not listening with their ears, but they're listening with their heart.
We want to welcome you to the Aboriginal Youth Explosion, where young people show what they can do. They've made the right choices and they've come a long way. And tonight, they will certainly demonstrate to you what they have done. Some of these children have come a long way.
It's important to note that Canada Bridges is a community development organization, but our approach to community development is all about youth potential, or unveiling youth potential, helping them realize the great potential that exists within them. You see, we believe that youth and young adults have incredible potential to be leaders and to be change agents for positive change in their own communities. You might even call this potential explosive.
Our generation has a new era of bullying, and we all have to endure bullying at school through texting and social media. And when the bullies feel bold enough to phone calls, all these forms of bullying affect the victim negatively and destroys a youth's individuality and confidence just when they are supposed to be holding the world in their hands, ready to conquer it. We shouldn't have to feel scared to be ourselves. We shouldn't be judged because of our clothes, shoes, hair, or sexual orientation.
I got asked to represent Alberta at the North American Indigenous Games for Team Alberta. I said no many times, but the third time my brother made me do it, so I decided to do it. So I trained relentlessly for 2.5 months. It was, for me, I didn't believe in myself big time because, I've had no motivation whatsoever. I ran my first race, the 3,000 meter, in which I came home with Alberta's first gold and first medal overall, which was really nice. And so never in my life I felt so proud of myself, escaping the negative activity I was dealing with.
I'm up here today in front of you because I want to inform you that following our traditions is very important for us First Nations, and to keep the culture and traditions going for our youth, adults, and elders. From drumming, sweat lodges, burning the sweetgrass, dancing, learning from our elders, and making the traditional foods and hunting animals. It's all very important. You won't regret it, nor forget it.
These events are important because they're avenues that youth can participate in that really builds their character by finding their voice through their stories. And they can spend time as they're preparing for their presentations. They discover themselves and they're able to analyze themselves, analyze their environment, and see what's important for them and apply that through their presentation.
There is terrific wisdom because what you see in our FNMI youth is innocence at its truest form. So there is a great deal of wisdom because there's nothing clouded. There's little influences on their hearts and their minds and their spirit. So it's pure. So what you get is this real look at the world from a child's eyes, which is, things are beautiful and we should embrace things and we should be kind and, we should love one another. And
types of events that I think it really showcases their talent and encourages them to express themselves. I think that's always good for youth to be able to public speak and express themselves in a positive way, such as this. It's a good event.
I want young people to know who they are. I want them to know their roots. We are in that era of rediscovery.
Maybe start learning the language,
try. You fail, it's okay to fail, as long as you get back up. I live, breathe, and love who I am. My background of where I come from does not bother me.
Me and Renal are very close friends, as you can see and through the video. And for one thing, I think why we're up here today is because I think together we are the ones that basically helped each other raise our voices as loud as they are today. Thank you.
There's nowhere else to be heard than at a big event where other people could hear and feel how you're feeling, like under stress or problems.
Oh, I'd love to rate tonight. Definitely 10 plus. That's definitely a high rate for myself. Inspiration from the youth to teach us also as elders too, and older ones. Very beautiful stuff.
I think there's a lot of wisdom in youth, their stories. They have a different perspective, and sometimes we miss as we grow older. They have fresh ideas, and I think they might have the answers to some of these really interesting problems we're facing in our communities.
I want to be heard. I want everyone to listen to my words.
First step in their lives to a better future, and certainly we compliment Canada Bridges for working with our children, bridging those gaps that many of us back before Canada Bridges came along had to struggle to build our own bridges.
We are the five guys, and we approve this message.
What they said.